been shooting the ship for like, what, an hour? Maybe an hour?
Yeah, an hour.
And about an hour. We had a shot.
Yeah.
I'm having a Michelada. A mango Michelada.
No. Just kidding.
She's so weird. I'm like, let's have Micheladas. And she's like,
okay.
What do you got? And I'm like, I have mango. She's like,
well, because I said, let's just share one because I don't think I want a whole one because they fill you up.
They do.
And so then I said, like, what kind? Mango. Bleh. Maybe I would like it. I don't know.
So since the last time I saw you, we were talking about that you were going to become a grandma.
It's a boy.
Yay! That's why we had a shot. Well, that's not why. We had a shot because we were going to have a shot anyways.
Oh, shoot. I hope I can say.
Well, if you can't, I can edit it out.
Okay, yeah.
Just everybody's going to be like, huh?
Huh?
Huh? But this isn't coming out till Tuesday.
Okay, well.
Okay, guys, I'm going downhill fast between that shot and this Michelada. I'm just letting you know now.
Are you already?
A little bit. I can feel it. And I haven't had dinner.
Oh. I had leftovers from last night.
Leftovers?
Leftovers from Magios.
Vagina? What?
Macayos.
Why is it Magios?
I had Vegetas. Really?
Uh-oh. What?
Oh my God. Okay, I got a story.
You're yawning already.
I know. My brain is overheated from all the stimulation we're getting. Okay, I have a story.
Tell it.
So, I go on a walk with my kids pre-Athena.
Mm-hmm.
And
we didn't tell anybody about that. Carlene has Athena now.
I have Athena. My soul dog.
Yeah, my baby went to Carlene.
It's very wonderful.
She's Carlene's baby girl now.
She has always been mine.
Yeah. She has.
Why am I yawning?
I don't know.
I think somebody's here because I get like this during readings too.
Well, ask.
Okay, so Connor, me, Les, the dogs, we go on a walk. We walk by, God dang it, I can't even make it through a story. Okay, we walk by this house that I'm always waving to the family, and I don't know them, but I'm always waving to it. And their kids are so sweet. And I've stopped and talked to them briefly, but I don't know anything about them. So I walk by the house and I hear that I need to stop and go talk to them, go up to their door.
When you say I hear, you hear from spirit.
Yeah. And so I'm like, what are you talking? No, I'm not going to just walk up to their house. So I keep walking with Connor and Leslie. I don't say anything because weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it could just be me, weird thinking. And then I'm like, they suffered a great loss? What? That's so bizarre. Okay, I could be making this shit up. I don't know. So I keep walking. Then I drive by their house and I hear it again. You need to go back. You need to go talk to them. They suffered a loss. I'm like, okay, once is like, twice is, it's real.
Okay.
Then
how awkward to knock on somebody's door and say,
be like, you don't know. I know you only know me as the lady that cheerfully waves at you and occasionally talks to you briefly. Okay, so their kids were outside, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that to their kids. I don't even know if they're into it. And here this lady's like, hey, that could be against their religion, for all I know.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, if it's meant to be, the parents will be outside, and I will stop. Well, sure as shit, I drive by. Alma's making a gigantic... Suck it off of there. She's doing... Alma's making a big old mess.
Beer foam.
Anyway, Eva's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sure as shit, I drive by the house. The parents are outside. I drive by the house. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go home. It's cool. Nope. Okay. Stop the car. Back up.
Absolutely not.
Turn around. Go back to their house. Hey guys. Oh, hi. I'm like, so got something weird to tell ya. So I'm like, okay, so it's okay if you're not into this. You could tell me to go away. I will not be offended. I'll still say hi and be your normal neighbor. But I talk to dead people. They go,
That's a good conversation starter.
they just stand there looking at me like, And I'm
okay.
like, okay, they didn't say go away.
Should we call the police?
So I'm like, okay. So I tell them the story. I walk by your house, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I kept hearing you suffered a great loss. And they are just staring at me. And I'm like, okay. Do they not understand? So I said, did somebody die recently? And they're like, the guy says, my aunt died. Mm-hmm. I said, within like a week and a half, 2 weeks, because I've been hearing this for about a week and a half. And he said, 2 weeks ago, my aunt died. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So then I brought through messages for his aunt, and the rest is history. So then they were like, holy shit, that's amazing. We've seen it on TV, but it's never happened to us. Wow. And I'm like, and she lives in the neighborhood. It's amazing. So I gave him our card, told him about our podcast.
Did you really?
Of course.
You're so cute.
I tell everybody.
I feel like I don't tell anybody but like my closest people.
You tell your cashier,
neighbors.
I tell the cashier at the grocery store. I tell everybody. I did a group and I was like, here are my cards. Oh, if you're the lucky winner with the writing on the back, that's the podcast information. Ding, 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 ding.
Aww.
Because I forgot. Remember when we were at the thing and you wrote stuff on the back of my cards?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. So some people got that.
So I'm getting to the point, like with my mugs and stuff, where I feel comfortable that I'm going to start like working on the designs for our shirts for the podcast.
Ooh.
So it's just figuring out how to put that on our website so that we can sell them there, so that they don't have to go through
the other thing and pay
$1 million.
More. And we don't see much of it.
Yeah.
Maybe we see some of it.
Yeah.
Not much.
Anyways, so I'm getting shirt samples to see what I'm going to like. It's not like you're going to have all the options you have on the other, about like what kind of shirts you want, whatever. Not in the beginning. But we're going to get there.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll get there.
Okay.
We're just, finding a new way.
Okay. So I put Apollo. He doesn't want to go outside. But Albert's like passed out in the room. I went in there. I was going to say, can you let them outside? Because they're like, he's like watching the Suns game. Leaned back on the bed and his eyes are just like closed. He looks like he might be awake, but he's asleep. I was about to like be irritated because obviously they would have asked him first.
That's hilarious.
My poor guy. He's exhausted.
Oh,
We're trying to hire another person. So we've had a lot more inquiries at the beginning of the year than we usually do. So it's like, luckily we have Laura here because she's just like, but she's been sick. So she's catching up on everything. But yeah, it's just been, for him by himself, it's a lot.
We could do a little commercial right now for him.
Yeah, if we're doing a commercial, it'd be like to get him some help. Thanks. We should probably start our story.
Let's do it.
Before I really like hit rock bottom here.
Yeah, she's going to get shwasted.
I'm shwasted. I'm already shwasted. Okay. So today, we're going to go all the way to Norfolk, England.
Norfolk. Okay,
I can't say it right. And
Norfolk.
if you're in Norfolk,
I think that's what they just say it really fast.
Yeah, I can't.
I watched this show where they like find people houses. It's like a real estate show, but it's back like they do Wales, that place.
Hey, I apologize in advance because I'm gonna fuck up.
But it's
everything.
It's so beautiful. I tell the kids all the time. I'm like, if you guys would move with me, I'd move to one of these places and just live in that beautiful countryside.
Right?
It's so gorgeous.
I can't figure out how to make the vibrating stop on this thing, and I try to put it in between my legs, but you're going to see me have an orgasm here, so I'm going to throw it down there.
Okay. I can't remember where I was going, so.
Where were you going? Did I throw you off track with my orgasm?
Yeah. Orgasm talk.
Possible. This Michelada.
You are guzzling that shit up.
Because it's delicious, and I didn't have dinner. It has tomato in it, so it's basically a salad in a mug. It's called we drank this before, but it's a different can. Estrella Jalisco. Anyways, and you are having vodka.
And Sprite.
And Sprite.
Or
Sierra
Mist. Sorry. It's all the same.
Yeah. She brought wine tonight, but
we weren't feeling it.
Yeah, we weren't really feeling like having wine.
I just brought it just in case. I even told Allie, I'm not feeling wine, but I'll take it. Why do I keep yawning?
I don't know. Can you try and find out? Like, is there somebody here?
I'm not getting an answer. And an answer.
And
that's all, folks.
That's all, folks. It's not really. Okay. Oh, let's just jump into our story.
Okay.
So.
Oh my God! No! Pause!
Okay.
We have another story.
Okay.
I've been meaning to tell. They're connected to your dream.
Oh, shit. I've been meaning to ask you about that.
God.
Okay, so.
I cannot believe
was it a week?
It's because they are connected to your freaking dream.
Okay.
Fuck.
All right. So I had a dream like a week ago.
Yeah, because it was your dream happened after I met them.
Okay.
So it was after.
So I text her and I'm like, okay, this is really weird, off topic, whatever. And I like laid out my dream, which was weird because my dad was in the dream. We were like in some big corporate building.
It was after. Your dream happened after I met them.
Okay. So we're in this corporate building. We're in this girl who's,
met with them.
She's like a fast talker, whatever. Carlene's there. I'm pretty sure it's Carlene because who else would it be? Because it had to do with the podcast. And you know how dreams are kind of fuzzy when you wake up? I'm like, I'm pretty sure it was Carlene. So the only thing I know for sure is my dad was there.
Yeah.
And he comes in and she's like going over like, this, you got to do this and blah, 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 and go ahead and sign here on the dotted line. And this is what's going to happen. And then she hands me this packet and says, just take this. It's like a camera and snap a picture of yourself. But it wasn't a camera. And I was getting really frustrated because I couldn't focus. It wouldn't focus on me. It was like, what the fuck am I? A vampire? Because it's like, I couldn't get in the picture. But I don't think you can take a picture of yourself in a dream. It's like one of those things like you can't read or something in a dream.
Oh,
I don't know. But my dad comes in at some point and he's like, you need to go home now. And he was just like very irate. Like he was agitated.
Oh, that's
like,
weird.
You need to go home now. You come home. And like he was getting frustrated because I was like, well, I got to finish this thing. Like I'll be home. And I'm trying to be calm.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, you need to go home now. And the lady starts kind of going back and forth and like trying to explain. And then you jump in and you're like trying to calm him down. And I walk outside at some point and I still remember this kind of almost not like super vivid, but like I walk outside and I'm still trying to take a picture of myself.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm getting really like frustrated because I can't get myself in the frame. And you come out and you're like, wow, that was a lot. And I was like, welcome to my world.
Which I would say that. I would be like, wow. Drama.
So that was pretty much the dream.
Okay, so you text me about that dream.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I knew for a fact I needed to tell you it wasn't anything scary. And that, yeah, you probably had a visitation from your dad because it was so vivid. But then your crazy subconscious probably got involved and blah, blah, blah. Right. Is what I was thinking. But then...
Goosebumps. Top of my crown.
I totally remembered, holy fuck, what was I thinking? The neighbors. I pull up to the neighbor's house and I'm like, they're in their garage and they were doing a video shoot.
What?
And I'm like, hey, excuse me, gotta tell you guys something. And I'm like, what do you guys? And they're like, oh, we run a video production company.
What?
And I'm like, hey, I don't know why I said this. I have no idea why. I'm like, my podcast partner and I might be able to use you. Why did that come out of my mouth? Why did that even come out of my mouth? I've never even thought of something like that, right?
Right.
And he's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 dee, 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 dee. And he's telling me. In my brain, I'm like, why did I just say that? I don't even know what he does. Well, how would that help? Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm just going to go with it. Mm-hmm. So then I did the read for him. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, let me get you one of my cards. And I said, cool, I'll give you one of mine. Because they were like, he's like, I want to see you. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, cool, because I live right up the street. You can walk over. And so we swapped cards. And then I kept thinking, why did I say that to him? Like, I don't even know what he really does. So weird. Okay, well, that was weird. Maybe this is something that'll help us in the future. He can help us do something. I don't know. Because it literally flew out of my mouth. And then it was like the next day, you sent me that text. And it didn't hit me until like later in the afternoon. I was like, drove by their house and I went, holy shit. It was the dream. So either I wonder if I shot that to you or if spirit is trying to tell us something and it got mingled up in that whole dream of yours.
Why was my dad like so insistent that I go home? Why couldn't I focus the camera? Like it literally stuck with me like a good part of the day.
What I think about the camera, as you were just talking about it, is I wonder if, let's say we did do something, which I don't even know what we would do with that. But let's say we were doing something. And listen, I have a feeling it's going to be a big year. And I don't even know how. I don't know if it has to do with the podcast, if it has to do with mine. I don't know. All I know is I got a very important phone call today and I missed it.
What?
I'm really upset about it.
Oh, no.
But anyway, I wonder because let's just say we were doing a thing. Like somebody's videoing, doing a setup.
Right.
And you're like, no, it has to be this way, or no, it has to be that way. And they're like, listen, lady, I know what I'm doing. Would that be part of like you not being able to focus because you're trying to control where it's going? And they're like, that's not where we want it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like, let somebody else do it kind of thing. Because you do take on everything. You mean right now you kind of have to because you have a idiot partner that doesn't know anything. And I apologize all the time for.
That may change soon, but
I do apologize for that all the time.
You know you do. You're fine.
But and listen, I make up for it by spreading the news.
Hey, you make up for it by using your sultry Susan Sarandon raspy voice. A friend of mine,
That's
she just started
hilarious.
listening to the podcast recently, and she says like, I love listening to you guys. She's like, Carlene is hilarious, and she reminds me of a drunk Susan Sarandon. And I started laughing so hard when I read that. I had to share that with you.
Hilarious. I'll take it because I like her. So I don't know how to decipher your dream yet, except for that part. Either, because sometimes I think we do send things to each other. Or they're telling us something's coming, and maybe your dad's giving like a little warning about like,
you need to go home now. Which kind of like, after I started thinking about it, I was like, was he saying I need to focus on home? Like, that's why I sent it to you. Is this just brain shit? Or is this an actual visitation from my dad?
I don't know. I mean, usually the way we decipher if it's visitation or not is by how vivid the dream is.
It was super vivid.
And because it's that vivid, I think he got inputted into that dream. But remember, your subconscious is also working shit out. So sometimes dreams are just crazy dreams and your loved ones are trying to get in there. But I don't know if he was giving you any kind of... If you had kids at home and you needed to focus on home...
Right.
I'd be like, oh yeah, he's telling you need to focus on home.
It was just weird because usually my dreams with my dad aren't like that. Yeah. Like, I haven't had a dream where he was like...
Cranky?
He was cranky. He was so cranky in the dream. I was like, what is wrong with him? Like,
well, that's how he was in life, right?
You know, like he was, kind of, he was a Gemini. Like he was like up and down, like bipolar a little. So like he was really high and really low. So, You know, when
Maybe
he was nice, he was nice. And
Yeah.
when he was not nice, he was not nice.
All I would say is pay attention. I'm sorry if I have a booger.
So that's interesting, that part of it that you tell me about.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, because that's the part
It was like
that stood out to
I needed
me.
to sign something on the dotted line, and I needed to make a decision.
What if your dad's like, no, this deal isn't going to work, lady. So I'm going to go home.
Go home. No.
Get your ass home.
Vete para la casa.
Just kidding.
Vagabunda.
My kids would be like, Mom.
I don't know. I had to share that with you that morning. But we should start a story.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna check on the doggy.
You're gonna hear her. You guys are gonna hear Athena.
She wasn't.
She was howling in the background. She's sad. I'm alone.
It's quiet. Oh, damn it! Wait, Athena, you're fine. You're fine. Go night night.
She stopped.
She's probably like, what the fuck? Where is she?
I hear her voice.
She's probably searching the house.
All right, let's get to it.
And
go. So our story is about the brown lady of Raynham Hall.
Ooh.
And like I said, it's in Norfolk.
You fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Norfolk.
Hey, if you guys are... if there's somebody in Norfolk...
Can you tell us how to say it?
Yeah, can you tell us how to say it right?
Norfolk.
I just think it's just the mouth.
I'm pretty sure when they say it, it sounds like that.
Okay.
Norfolk.
Okay.
Hello. Would you like to go to Norfolk with me? Yeah.
That's what most of these videos
It
that I
sounded
watch.
just like a British person, didn't I?
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, the story is about a country house known as Raynham Hall.
A country house.
A country house.
As Raynham
A
Hall.
quaint little country house.
It's brilliant.
Now, country house gives me the visual image of something quaint and cozy, but trust me that Raynham Hall is none of these unless country house brings images of an estate on the level of Downton Abbey.
Okay, yeah, that is not a country fucking house.
But to them it is.
Okay.
This is my country house.
Welcome to my country
It's
house.
got
Would you
50,000
like a spot
rooms.
Of tea? Would you like a spot of tea in the garden? The back garden?
The garden that is the size of a football field.
And we're like this. Well, do you have a beer in the backyard that you call a back garden? I love that they call the yard a garden.
Mm-hmm. Because it usually is a garden.
Yeah, well, we just call it, well, at my house, it's not a garden for sure.
It's weeds.
Dirt.
It's a very long grass.
I did cut it for her. Yeah. She doesn't even know what to do with herself. She walks like this. Like, where's the forest? I kind of like shitting in the forest, not, what's this shit?
This house is enormous, and it's the definition of luxury. It's got like all these old portraits, and like it's got like, I don't know, it's just like what you imagine an old, very rich English house.
lot of windows.
Yes.
And a staircase.
The staircase. And we will talk about
But it's not
the
a
staircase.
castle. It's a house.
It's a house.
A
the
big
size of a
house.
fucking castle.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
Yeah.
So, it's been the seat of the Townsend family for like 400 years. That's a long time.
Didn't we do something that involved the Townsend family? That Townsend that you're going to be talking about? Because
No, but we did do something that had to do with somebody else in the story.
I think I did a story that had to do with Townsend because unless I just remember it from researching the story before, but I'm pretty sure I did something with him. Or like briefed on this.
Maybe you did.
I don't know. I mean, all of them kind of intersect. Like maybe it had to do with Queen Elizabeth.
Let me just tell you that Norfolk has a lot of other houses that are haunted as well. And one of them by the very famous, why did I just lose her name? She lost her head
It wasn't one of his wives?
It was one of his wives.
Who's the Spanish one?
That was Catherine.
Okay. She lost her head?
No.
Oh.
But the other one did.
Oh.
The floozy.
The floozy. Wait, was she from like Sweden or somewhere?
No. She was from a big family. Dude, where's my phone?
It's hard to keep up with all of them.
Anne Boleyn. Jesus.
Ah, yes. Okay.
This beer has really taken hold, so we really need to... Yeah, there's another house not too far away that is supposedly haunted by Anne Boleyn.
Okay. We didn't do that one?
No, we did another story that we talked about Anne Boleyn, but no. But the Tower of London is supposedly haunted by Anne Boleyn as well.
Oh, right. Was that one on Ghost Adventures or something?
It's on a bunch of them. A bunch.
Okay, off track. Go.
All right, so there are five estate villages known as the Raynhams. The building began back in 1619. Then there was some delay, and the major building started in 1622. It wasn't completed until the time of Sir Roger Townsend's death in 1637. So he didn't really get to see like the completed building. And then it was basically a shell compared to what it became, because like all the ornate stuff, like all the embellishments and stuff were done later.
That's great. In my opinion, maybe he doesn't deserve to see.
Well, it's not the same guy that you might be thinking of.
The one that was married to? Oh, okay.
Anyways, it is noted by many as one of the most splendid of great houses of Norfolk. Anyways, obviously...
Do the whole story like that.
Obviously, we wouldn't be talking about this house if it wasn't haunted in some way. And yes, it is apparently very haunted.
You should see her hand. She's being Carlene animated.
Very animated, and I'm also drunk. There seems to be one entity that roams the halls of Raynham, and she is known most famously as the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall. She is thought to be the... You're still yawning.
I don't know why.
What is up?
I don't know.
Do you need more?
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's why I cut myself off.
I should have given you coffee.
I had a whole bunch of coffee before I came.
So the Brown Lady is thought to be the ghost of Lady Dorothy Walpole, the sister of Robert Walpole, who is thought to be the first Prime Minister of Great Britain. Even that was...
Ew.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
She was the second wife of Charles Townshend, who was known for having a very violent temper.
Yeah, this is the pecker.
This is the fucker. This is totally the fucker. The story that seems to be the most widely known was that Townshend found Lady Walpole was having an affair with Lord Wharton, who at the time was known as a royal playboy.
I wonder, though, if that's really what happened.
Well, some of the stories were like, he basically proposed to her when she was 10, and his dad was like, or her dad was like, fuck no, and it was also going to make it look like he was giving favors to him.
Oh, yeah.
So he said no.
Yeah.
So he ends up marrying some other chick, and in that time, she gets a relationship with this other dude. So somehow he finds out after he marries her later and gets pissed off about it.
So ridiculous.
Or maybe they were carrying on afterwards. Who knows?
I don't know.
But 10 years old?
I mean, hey, back then, that's what they did, though. Little girls were promised to men to keep the houses together and wealth together.
All that,
whatever.
all that royal blood.
It was gross.
But based on this other story, allegedly he got wind of this in 1725, so he punished her by locking her in her rooms in Raynham Hall and told everyone that she had died.
Yeah, pecker.
So poor Dorothy wandered the halls of Raynham. Oh, and she had children at this point, and she was like locked away from her children as well.
Yeah.
So she wanders the halls of Raynham as a prisoner until her death due to smallpox in 1726.
By the way, if she was locked up, like let's say she's secluded from people, she's locked up, how'd she get smallpox?
I mean, it could have been like
A servant.
whoever, a
bringing
servant.
something?
Yeah, like, because they come and go.
I don't know. I just
Somebody
now
had
thought
to
of
be
that.
tending to her.
I mean, they made it sound like she was a prisoner, uncomfortable in the dungeon, locked up, surrounded by nothing.
Well, nothing to somebody of her station could be like
glory to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other story was that she loved to spend money, and he didn't like this, and one day he just lost his shit, locked her away, which I guess is the 18th century version of cutting up the credit cards.
Oh, well, I mean, think about it. Even in 45 or whatever that story was that I did, where the guy just had to say, my wife isn't doing my laundry, lock her up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they put him in a sane asylum.
Mm-hmm. True. So, oops, sorry.
Yeah.
So, there are plenty of sightings and accounts of the brown lady down the years, and one of the most notable by a famous person was that of King George the Sixth, or the Fourth, sorry.
Oh.
I have to read these Roman numerals, and I'm not good.
Oh, I'm terrible at that.
When he was still the Prince of Wales, he slept in the estate's bed. Oh my God. I told you, it was going down fast.
I know, maybe I should have read.
Okay. Anyways, maybe I should do it in the English tone. You're yawning again.
I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong. Maybe it's because Athena doesn't let me sleep.
It could be that. I told you, she thinks she's a blanket.
Yeah, I'm up several times. Not because she's not sleeping. She's sleeping hard as a rock.
Very well. And she snores.
Oh, snores, yes. But she even drapes herself across, and I am in horrendous pain. So it's just not working.
Mind you, I'm getting better sleep these days.
You can hear me on my video cameras
yelling at her,
moaning in pain.
You're like,
because I'm in pain. And so all you hear is, oh my God.
And when you come back to haunt your house, that's the way you're going to haunt your house.
All you're going to hear is, because sometimes I'll be like, what the fuck is, oh my God, that's me making that noise. It's because like my back will hurt so bad it'll take the wind out of me. Mm-hmm. But that would be even worse because the dog is digging her paw into my back or laying across me so I can't move.
She's like making sure you're not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You were staying there.
Yeah. But if you get up to go to the bathroom, she's like, what happened? What are we doing? I love the security, though, of knowing that she is listening to every sound.
Does she hear stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. You could see all of a sudden, I could just be laying there and all of a sudden she'll just perk up her head and I'll be like, what the fuck? She heard something. Or she'll be looking around doing one of these. She could see something.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really crazy.
Crazy.
Okay, we diverted.
Always.
Squirrel.
So anyways, we were talking about King George, and
then he just, I don't know. He did something, but you get the point.
You need to read the rest of the story.
You get the point.
King George the Fourth. When he was still the Prince of Wales, he slept in the state bedroom and woke to see a little lady all dressed in brown with disheveled hair and a face of ashy paleness.
Right. I'm sorry. He was the first one to see her?
Yeah, he would have to have been.
Because they talk about the first sighting, and it wasn't that of the photo. It was this, I think.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure he was they don't give a date, but if you go, because this is saying like when he was still the Prince of Wales, 1726.
I heard something about 1736
about
of a first sighting.
Oh, I don't know. You might have been like it was 1835, one of the first sightings. But mentally, for me, like King George.
We're so happy to you.
The Fourth. This is talking about when he was still.
I love everybody.
I love you. I love you.
I love you, man. Okay.
If you get a text from me tonight
saying I love you,
just ignore it.
Okay.
When he was still the Prince of Wales and he wasn't the king yet. That was prior to 1835. So he would have had to have been the first.
Yeah. Okay.
But a lot of the stories say the first one was this other, but we'll get to that right now.
Okay. Sorry.
So,
jumping ahead.
a little lady, all dressed in brown, with disheveled hair and a face of ashy paleness. The future king left Raynham Hall immediately and swore he would never spend another hour in that cursed house again.
He's like, fuck no.
Fuck that.
You did that bitch wrong and she's back to get vengeance.
Yeah.
That's how they talked back then.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly how they talk. You did that bitch wrong.
Yeah. But except for it sounded more polite because they had a British accent.
Yeah. Everything sounds more polite when you have... Even
you
when you
did that bitch wrong. Wait, I can't even do it. I can't even do it. But
when you're insulting somebody...
How do you try and do a British accent and say that?
Well, now that you put me on the spot, I won't be able to do this.
Hello. Nope, that's not a British accent.
I'd have to read it. Anyways, another occurred during a Christmas celebration in 1835.
He did that bitch. He did that bloody bitch wrong.
He did that bloody bitch wrong. Anyways, Ava is here.
Oh, Eva.
She says Eva, and I say Ava.
Oh, I'll say Ava.
Ava Gabor.
Ava.
Who didn't sound anything like that.
No, she sounded like, wait.
Darling.
Darling. How, wait, weren't they from Hungary?
Somewhere like that.
I think so. Okay, off topic. Sorry. Squirrel.
Darling, I have big boobies and very beautiful lush lips. Anyways.
I'm much prettier than my sister. Jaja.
Jaja. Anyways.
Weren't they sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaja Gabor, Ava Gabor.
Yeah.
Another occurred during a Christmas celebration in 1835. Lord Charles Townshend had invited... This is a different Charles. This is
She's
a different
like, you
Townshend.
guys aren't going to have a good celebration with me around.
It was Townshend, because this family, literally this family, even to this day, there's still Townsends in this house.
Is Pete Townsend related
Something like
to
that.
the Townsends?
I have no idea.
I wonder.
I don't know.
I want to know.
I want to know.
How can we find out? I'm gonna.
I don't know. There's this thing called Google.
I'm gonna look it up. Is
Okay.
Pete Townsend? What's his name? That
Charles. Another occurred during a Christmas celebration in 1835. Lord Charles Townshend had invited various guests to the hall, including a Colonel Loftus. This is what I was going to tell you. Loftus Hall. We did Loftus Hall.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that's what sounded familiar to you.
I don't know.
To join in the Christmas festivities, Loftus and another guest named Hawkins said they had seen the brown lady.
Bum, bum, bum.
One night, as they approached their bedrooms, noting in particular the dated brown dress she wore, the following evening Loftus claimed to have seen the brown lady again. Later, reporting that on this occasion, he was drawn to the specter's empty eye sockets. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, yeah, that's scary.
Yeah,
That's scary.
that freaks me out.
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to see a ghost with empty eye sockets.
No, just show me your pretty self.
Yeah.
Don't be all scary. I don't need to see you like that.
Dark in the glowing face, Loftus sightings led to some staff permanently leaving Raynham Hall. They were like, fuck this shit.
Fuck this shit, man.
Bye, bitches. We out. So then a year after that, listen.
Okay, because I'm not getting an answer right now, but I will get back to you all.
Okay, because I need you to listen.
I'm listening.
I need you to listen.
Listening.
Listen.
Okay,
Are you
listen.
listening?
Shh.
Look at me in the eye.
Hold on, I'm listening.
Okay. Oh. A year after that, in 1836, she showed herself to Captain Frederick Marriott. Every time I was listening to like YouTubes, I thought it was Marriott, like
Oh,
the
I did
hotels.
too. I
but
heard
it's
that.
spelled Marryat. Marriott.
Oh, okay. Marriott. Maybe it's just their accent.
Could be.
Maybe it's our accent.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
we're pretty sloppy.
It could be the way we hear things too.
You know, give me a beer. Okay.
Give me a Michelada.
Yeah.
He happened to be besties with Charles Dickens, so I'm sure this story made good conversation between the both of them.
Oh, yeah.
He purposely requested to spend the night in the haunted room with the intention of dispelling the rumors of the hauntings.
Oh.
So it wouldn't be a stretch to say that he was a skeptic.
Okay.
He did not believe there was a ghost, and he wanted to prove there was no ghost.
Oh, yeah. He's like, come on, bring it on.
But the weird thing is, listen, here's an account from his daughter retelling what he told her, okay? He took possession of the room in which the portrait of the apparition hung, and in which she had been often seen, and slept each night with a loaded revolver under his pillow. You know, like did? You do.
The skeptic?
The skeptic. When you don't believe in ghosts.
You're going to shoot a ghost? It's not going to do you any good.
The story gets better.
Okay. The ghost might shoot you with it. No, I'm kidding, everybody. Ghosts don't do that. I don't want anybody getting their panties in a bunch.
The first 2 nights were pretty uneventful.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. But on the 3rd night, however, 2 young men, nephews of the baronet, knocked at his door as he was undressing, ooh, sexy, to go to bed, and asked him to step over to their room.
Oh, sir, will you please come to our room?
And check out our gun.
We want to show you our guns.
Which was at the other end of the corridor.
I'm sorry.
Well, they really did want to show him a gun.
Oh, okay.
And give them his opinion on a new gun just arrived from London.
Come check out my barrel.
My father was in his shirt and trousers, but as the hour was late and everybody had retired to rest except themselves, he prepared to accompany them as he was.
Oh, vulgar.
Mm-hmm. As they were leaving the room, he caught up his revolver. In case you meet the brown lady, he said, laughing. Wah-ha-ha-ha-ha. Stop.
That tickles.
Stop.
That tickles.
Okay. Just stop.
Oh my God.
Listen, when the inspection of the gun was over, the young men in the same spirit declared they would accompany my father back again. In case you meet the brown lady, they repeated. Wahaha!
And we'll tickle your balls.
She said tickle your balls.
I'm going to pee my pants.
Hold on. Don't pee yet. I just had that chair dry cleaned. Stop. I'm just playing.
This chair dry cleaned. Oh, fuck. Oh, damn, that's funny.
Okay. The 3 men, therefore, returned in company, whatever the fuck that means. Of course, what is an immense country mansion without a long, dark hallway?
A long, dark something.
Mm-hmm. Big, long, and black. All right, sorry, guys.
Geez.
The lights had been extinguished, but as they reached the middle of it, they saw the glimmer of a lamp coming towards them from the other end. One of the ladies, going to visit the nurseries, whispered the young Townsends to my father. Now the bedroom doors at the end of the corridor faced each other, and each room had a double door with a space between, as is the case in many old-fashioned houses.
I'm sorry, hold on. So the light that was coming down the hallway was a nurse or whatever going to the nursery.
Shrugged it off as one of the ladies going to visit the nurseries.
Okay.
So, at this point, Marriott realizes he is practically naked, wearing only a shirt and trousers. So he is naked.
And his balls are hanging out,
right?
Because he just got tickled.
By the young Townsends. Oh my God, we are so sorry. So his good old-fashioned modesty kicks in, and he slips into one of the outer doors, and his companions do the same to tickle his balls. I have heard him describe how he watched her approaching nearer and nearer through the chink of the door until, as she was close enough for him to distinguish the colors of style of her costume, he recognized the figure as a facsimile of the portrait of the brown lady.
Oh, shit.
He had his finger
up her
on the trigger of his revolver.
I thought I was completing your sentence. Listen, when I tell people about our podcast, I always put the disclaimer, make sure you understand we are 15-year-old boys.
Yes. In the body of middle-aged women.
I'm not all this class that you see before you when I'm on the podcast.
On the podcast?
When I'm on the podcast.
This is not a podcast. This is a broadcast.
It's a broadcast.
This is a broadcast.
It's a broadcast. Oh my God, that's it. Tipsy Tales broadcast. Mm-hmm. Couple of broads coming at you.
He had his finger on the trigger of his revolver and was about to demand it to stop and give the reason for its presence there when the figure halted of its own accord before the door behind which he stood.
And said, that tickles.
No, she wasn't having none of that. Holding the lighted lamp she carried to her features, grinned in a malicious and diabolical manner at him.
And her blacked out eyes. Don't even tell me.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't mention that.
Oh.
And pretty much that's all it took for him to lose his senses, because he was so infuriated that this ghost had the audacity to grin at him in such a malicious way. His daughter describes that he was otherwise
unfaith,
had a lamb-like disposition. So this fool springs into the corridor, discharges his revolver, revolver right in her face.
Oh, damn.
Because he was already locked and loaded at this point. Like, they'd already been tickling his ball, his balls, his freaking revolver was ready to go.
He's like, I'm hard already. I gotta let it blow.
In your face.
Right on.
Of course, being a ghost, she did the ghostly thing and disappeared instantly. But the man with him had all stared at her for almost 3 minutes. The bullet, of course, passed through the outer door of the room on the opposite side of the corridor and lodged in the panel of the inner one. His daughter adds, my father never attempted again to interfere with the brown lady of Raynham.
Oh my God. He's lucky he didn't kill somebody.
I mean, because she looked at him maliciously and he freaking tried to shoot her in the face.
And he's lucky that bullet didn't hit somebody else in the house.
Exactly. It could have went through a wall or something.
Those guys were nice enough to tickle your balls and you could have killed them.
I feel like our last episode was super boring. Like our first episode of the year.
Yeah.
Like hopefully this makes
not
up
anymore.
For it. Okay, guys.
You're welcome, everybody.
You're welcome.
Welcome to Tipsy Tales. Tell a friend.
All right. So Lady Townsend reported that the brown lady was next seen in 1926 when her son and his friend, this is 1926, so this is a different Lady Townsend down the road.
We're in the 20s.
Yeah.
Of the 19th. Well, 20. So something.
20th.
Okay, so we're in a more current situation here.
Yeah. Slightly more current.
Yeah. We're in the...
almost 100 years ago.
We're in the jitterbug situation here.
Literally, like we're in 1920. We're in 2022.
That's insane. 100 years ago.
Yeah. I can't talk.
That's crazy.
When her son and his friend claimed to have seen the ghost on the staircase, identifying the ghostly figure to the portrait of Lady Dorothy Walpole, which they hung in the haunted room.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Then, on September 19th, 1936, Captain Hubert C. Provand, a London-based photographer working for Country Life magazine, and his assistant, Indri Shira, were taking photographs of Raynham Hall for an article. The whole shoot was going well. They had already taken the first shots of the grand staircase and were preparing for the second when Shira noticed a vapory form gradually assuming the appearance of a woman, moving down the staircase towards them. So, like other accounts are like, it was just like the shadowy figure. So I don't know if it was the shadowy figure of a woman, but...
Or did he just see a mist?
He saw a mist.
And he's like, what the fuck is that? Take the photo now.
Yeah. So at this point, he tells Pravon quickly to take the picture. And Shira pressed the trigger to activate the camera's flash. Pravon protested that Shira must have imagined it and declared that even if there was something there, nothing would appear when the negative developed. Later, when the negative was developed, the famous image of the brown lady was revealed.
To me, it looks like Mother Mary.
Yeah. So whenever you're like looking up articles on ghost photography, this is one of the ones that pulls up. It's super, super famous. Like, I know I've seen this picture before. You guys have probably seen this picture. And when I put it up on Instagram, you'll like, if you're familiar with this stuff, you'll be like, oh my God, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
Anyways, the account of Pravon and Shira's ghostly experience at Raynham Hall was published in Country Life magazine on December 26, 1936, along with a photograph of the brown lady. To this day, the photograph is one of the most famous ghost photographs in the world. The noted paranormal investigator Harry Price interviewed Pravon. Why does that name sound familiar?
What's his name?
Harry Price. Anyways.
Well, Vincent Price. Are you thinking of him?
No.
Wait, he's a journalist?
No, he's a paranormal investigator. I'm wondering if he's the same guy.
Oh, is he the one that I was just reading off of?
I don't know.
That's interesting. Let me see.
He interviewed Pravon and Shira and reported, I will say at once, I was impressed. I was told a perfectly simple story. Mr. Indra Shira saw the apparition descending the stairs at the precise moment when Captain Pravon's head was under the black cloth. A shout, and the cap was off, and the flashbulb fired, with the result which we now see. Oh.
There's a movie about him.
Okay.
Is that how?
It could be. What is the movie called?
Harry Price, Ghost Hunter. He investigated...
I feel like he's come up in another investigation we talked about. I could not shake their story and had no right to disbelieve them. Only collusion between the two men would account for the ghost. If it is a fake, the negative is entirely innocent of any faking. That doesn't mean there weren't skeptics out there trying their best to disprove it. At this point, I can't read.
I mean, there's always going to be skeptics trying to disprove.
Some critics have claimed that Shira faked the image by putting grease or a similar substance on the lens in the shape of a figure, or moved down the stairs himself during an exposure. Others claim that the image is an accidental double exposure or that light somehow got into the camera. Other critics point out that the image of the lady very closely resembles that of a standard Virgin Mary statue, as would be found in any Catholic church. The light, you guys... if you haven't checked out our Instagram when you're listening to this, go just look it up and you will know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see that it looks like the Virgin Mary.
It looks like the Virgin Mary. And I will say there's times that lighting can make something look like something, but I don't know about back then, but
it says the light patch covering the bottom 1/3 of the image resembling an inverted Y shape being very indicative as the outer garment above it drapes down on either side at an angle. Also, the head is covered and the hands appear to be together as in prayer, and the square or rectangular pedestal on which she stands is also clearly visible. There are possibly other spirits lurking in the halls of Raynham. Okay, I know I'm going to fuck this up. Sorry, guys.
To me, it looks like Mother Mary holding a baby.
Do you think? I think it looks like she's in prayer.
Oh, I mean, that too. I could see that, but... Yeah.
You guys tell us. What do you think it looks like? The Marchioness. I guess that's what you call the female version of a Marquess.
Look at this. Ready?
Mm-hmm. It's on. Is that right now?
Yeah, look. Ready?
Crazy.
It's like doing a little dance.
Loopy-loop.
It's a spirit doing a little dance for us. Oh, it came back. It's going up crazy. Okay, sorry.
It's like listening to Athena being really sad in there.
It's almost like it wants to go help her. Like, that bitch left that poor dog alone.
Okay, so the Marchioness Townsend also mentions other specters at Raynham, such as 2 ghost children, a phantom spaniel whose paws patter on the staircase.
What?
Although he is not seen, and a charming red cavalier. This is the Duke of Monmouth, Charles II's ill-fated son, who once stayed at Raynham Hall with his royal father. Mm-hmm. He haunts the bedroom he once used, now known as the Monmouth Room, and the Marchioness tells the story of a lovely Deb of the Year, who, quote unquote,
what's that?
Who insisted on sleeping there, hoping for a visit from the notorious charmer. But despite the Duke's well-known eye for pretty women, she was unlucky. Debutante? Deb of the Year, maybe debutante.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm guessing it is.
Yeah, no, that I've heard that before now. Okay.
All right. The next occupant of the room, a few days later, was a spinster of uncertain age. I mean, uncertain age, she could have been 30, okay?
Oh, right.
Who, according to her hostess, was sadly destined to live a drab life devoid of romance. However, she woke the night to find the dashing red cavalier standing at the end of her bed, smiling in the most encouraging manner, and he went, as he gave her a courtly bow, and faded away through the hall, leaving her with a cherished memory of her glamorous visitor.
What? Well,
right.
that sounds like a charming one. Mm-hmm. Not like the blacked out eyes.
No.
Going like
Those
this.
are really the only accounts of that I've seen.
Uh-huh.
Raynham Hall remains in the hands of the Townsend family. To this day, the current Marquess is married, has 2 children, but it seems that after the photograph of the lady on the staircase, there have been no other encounters, not that have been shared publicly, at least.
Yeah. I wonder if they let anybody... I mean, there wasn't really, like, that they let people do investigations.
You didn't see any ghosts. I looked for ghost hunting. Like, I looked for all that stuff.
I looked under...
It seems like it's mostly a private residence. So
well, I thought maybe their UK... I thought I saw something that their UK paranormal people were allowed. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't find it.
Yeah, there was one thing. It was, like, just, like, less than a minute long.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah. That
was that story.
But it's an interesting history anyway.
Yeah. I like that through the years. Okay, the heater just kicked
it's
on.
been on for a minute.
Okay. I'm just barely feeling it. You
I've
probably
been
felt it right
feeling
away.
it.
But that it seems like people have generally the same visitation.
Yeah.
Other than those other 2 that we just mentioned, the kids and...
Well, and I mean... The fact that there's ball ticklers there with that one guy, I mean, that was fortunate.
The fluffers.
I mean, that was fortunate
They
for
were
him.
fluffing his balls.
Maybe that's why he wasn't so scared.
I don't know. He was really scared. He had a gun.
I mean, he did shoot, but he still was like, bam, motherfucker, take it.
He was scared.
I know, but he still was like...
He had a gun. He was scared. He was scared.
Did he run out? Did he pee his pants?
He was a scared little bitch.
Did he
with a gun. He was a scared little bitch with a gun.
I mean, yeah.
It was a ghost.
He stayed
you can't shoot a ghost. Come on.
But he stayed the night.
Barely.
He enjoyed the ball tickling so much that he endured the ghost.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Just saying. Disclaimer. There probably wasn't any ball tickling.
Exactly. We just make shit up. Except for the shit that I read off of a piece of paper that I got off of Wikipedia.
That
Mostly.
was not made up. By us, anyway.
That
all right.
is true.
That was good.
You liked it?
I did. I did.
I liked it too.
I mean, I liked it when I was doing some of the stuff on it. I liked it more when I did the not the YouTube type searching, because there's not a whole lot that interests me. I liked it when I did the internet searching of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should make a movie.
You know what? I feel like Guillermo del Toro would have a field day with this. He should do it.
And then we should get some kind of royalty for suggesting it.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
And he should include the ball tickling
Oh, yeah, totally. 100%.
And yeah.
And the...
That should be totally included.
That's part of
because it was actually kind of freaky.
Yes, and that should be part of the ball tickling giggle.
You know what? If a ghostly aspiration, a ghostly... Oh my God.
What was that?
I don't know. I just went from ghost to soccer.
A goalie?
A ghostly ass. I can't even talk.
A
ghostly ass.
Oh, sure.
No. A ghostly...
She's talking about ghost ass now.
Ghostly apparition came towards me and had no eye sockets.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm not going to shoot it.
I'm not going to even stay long enough. I'm not staying 3 minutes to look at that thing in the eye. Bye.
I probably won't. And I kind of dig that stuff, but not like that stuff. Not that.
But I feel like she was fucking with him.
Oh,
because he was like, I don't believe in
he's
you.
a dude.
Yeah.
And
but
he was
like
being a douchebag about the not believing in her.
Yeah.
So she's like, all right, motherfucker.
I'm going to get you while you're in your underwear.
Yeah. I wonder if she haunted women.
It doesn't sound... Well, no, because she did come to... One of the lady Townsend saw her.
Yeah, but just saw her? Or did she spook her?
No, she didn't spook her.
See?
She just saw her.
I don't think...
Seems like men.
I think it's like Athena. She barks at the men more than the women.
She does. Well, this was a good beer. I didn't have dinner. This was my dinner. This was my liquid. Obviously.
You were really enjoying that. Listen,
Yeah, it's
everybody.
Friday, guys.
This is how much.
I have become
empty one.
such a fucking lightweight.
It's gone.
I don't drink anymore.
I couldn't drink.
There's nowhere to go.
It was
And I'm
really
not.
sweet.
I'm a social drinker. I need to have people.
Yeah,
And
me too.
Me and Albert don't generally have a beer together.
I don't either. I'll drink if me and the kids go to we went to dinner last night and I ordered something. Me and Allie did. Very rarely do I even do that.
Usually I know if I'm going to drink something and we're going to watch a movie, I'm going to fall asleep. So
yeah.
I tend to hold off so I don't fall asleep.
But usually the only time I drink is with you.
Lately?
Lava.
Lava?
Lava. You want to be my star, lover? Okay.
Have we had enough yet? Have
Yeah.
you guys had enough yet?
I'm exhausted. I can't wait to crawl into bed and go night-night.
With your baby girl?
I need to get into
She's
bed
warm.
first.
She's very warm.
She is. I enjoy that.
She's a heater.
I mean, I sleep with 2 fans on me.
So you don't mind that she's so hot?
No.
Because she would make me crazy. But I had 2 other dogs in the bed.
Yeah. No, that doesn't bother me. It's the having to steal my blankets and my pillow that I use to support my legs because of my back. I have to sleep with 6 pillows. So
And she steals them?
she's all over them.
Oh, yeah.
Last night, I had my pillow laid out and she draped her whole body across my pillow. Long ways.
Oh, my God.
So her whole body was literally on top of the whole length of the pillow.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And she is when she doesn't want to move.
Oh, no. She's like, I'm sleeping.
I am led. I am led.
Yeah.
I am led. I'm led.
Dead weight. And I'm sleeping. Even though,
Don't touch me.
Yeah. You know she's awake.
You know she is. There's no way she can sleep through that. You're
I'm shoving her. Yeah.
I mean, she wakes up for the littlest things.
Yeah. She hears a little pin drop and she's like, what's that? Who's getting in here?
Yeah, but try to take a pill out from under her.
I'm going to just push all my weight down. Fuck you, bitch. This is my pillow.
It's my pillow now.
I can only imagine what tonight's going to be like. You left me. I'm going to sleep on all your pillows. I'm going to rub my dirty butt on your pillows. Allie goes, Mom, can you call her? Why, what's wrong? She's like, I don't mind her on my bed, but she has to keep putting herself on my pillows. I'm like, I know, her whole butt is right on. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, and because the way her tail is,
Yeah.
it curls upwards, so her little
butthole is just
butthole just
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But you love her.
She keeps it clean.
She does. But you know what? Shorty is not here to keep her butthole as clean as it would have been.
Yeah.
Because Shorty, these guys they just turned 2. Their birthday was literally on Monday.
I know.
She still treats them like they're puppies.
Oh, yeah. We'd be in here and she'd be going to town on them.
You guys have heard this.
Yeah.
We talk about it. She cleans them. And she especially does it to Paulo, but she would do it to Athena too. Mm-hmm. The only one that really doesn't get the action is PJ. And I think that's why he's so grumpy all the time. Because his mom...
He knows he's not the favorite. Oh, that's sad. You're going to have to start licking his butthole.
You know, I don't even lick Albert's butthole. I am never going to lick a dog's butthole.
Oh, really? Because he posted something different. He posted some saying with like a yoga master, and then it was like, if you lick your partner's butthole like Alma does, then peace be with you. Something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he was dreaming.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm Alma.
Oh,
I'm sorry, hold on. She's Ava.
I'm Eva. Forever, Eva. Forever, Eva?
And I am...
Carlene.
I don't even know if I
The one and only.
Do I want to admit that I'm Carlene after things I've said?
You are Carlene. And I am drunk. Slightly.
Yeah, so am
Ever
I.
so.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, I mean, it's Tipsy fucking Tales.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right, you guys. Thank you guys for listening.
It is Tipsy Tales. We're supposed to be like this.
This is the way it's supposed to be all the time. We should always be tipsy.
We shouldn't be able to read a story.
This shouldn't be like, I shouldn't be more tipsy than you.
Well, it doesn't really take anything. I just told somebody I've gotten 86 out of a bar before because I was the designated driver. I was not drunk. They thought I was drunk and told me they were cutting me off.
Hey, Philip, I'd like to know if you watched that 1990s version of Dillinger, because he messaged me like a week ago.
About it?
Well, about the last episode.
What did he say? That it sucked?
Yeah, he said it totally sucked. You guys suck balls.
Carlene has not sucked any balls in a long time.
On that note,
Eva, have you?
No comment. I have
to. I didn't ask Alma. I asked Eva.
On that note, we are done.
We're saying goodbye.
Good night. What?
Who are you?
I'm Alma.
Oh, you're not Eva?
Oh.
I'm Carlene.
I'm Alma.
Okay, good night. Say good night. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Bye, everybody.